you know me, you've seen me at the mall, the movie theater, or the grocery store. If you're young, you stare at my power wheelchair because you think it's cool. If you're a teenager, most of you try not to look at me. And if you're an adult, a lot of you are pulling your kids away from me. What you don't realize is that I'm just like you. I like to do most of the same things that you do, but I am limited because I was born with a disease that quite a few of you have heard of if you've ever watched the Jerry Lewis MDA Labor Day telethon. My name is Brian Arnold, and I am the face of muscular dystrophy, Duchenne's muscular dystrophy to be exact, and I want to tell you my story. Living with muscular dystrophy can be quite a challenge. My parents didn't know I had it when I was first born. When I was around 4, I started tripping and falling, normal things that happen to kids that age. By the time I was 5 and in school, it was hard for me to get up from the floor anymore, and I fell all the time. The nurse at my school knew something was wrong, and so started the journey I was destined to take. Duchenne's muscular dystrophy slowly takes away the use of your muscles. The first to go are usually your leg muscles. At 6, I couldn't climb stairs anymore, so my parents had a ramp built so I could get in the house. I had to start using a wheelchair when I was 9. I remember my teacher making sure my best friend was with me when they brought it to my school. Since I got a power wheelchair, I could still be pretty normal. It was actually quite a lot easier than walking. I could go just as fast as the other kids at recess, and was involved in all of their games. I liked being able to go fast, and as a result, flipped my wheelchair quite a few times. 7th grade saw a change to another school, and I also needed a full-time aide to help me with scribing and other daily tasks. Accessibility was a challenge at my new school, as they had never had anyone in a wheelchair there before. But they made some changes, and I'm still here today. It's been hard here because I didn't know anyone here but my brother when I first came. I found one good friend who has stuck by me for 5 years. If I had one wish, I would wish that all kids could see me for who I am and not just see the wheelchair I'm in. It's just like elementary school when you're the last kid picked in a kickball game. Kids today have the power to change that. I'm just like you, except muscular dystrophy is making all my muscles fail. I can contribute a lot to a group, and I like to do the same things as you do in my spare time. See me for who I am. I know it's possible. This year, I started taking an advertising art and design class at King Career Center. The kids in my class here include me in everything. It's a great feeling to know that they accept me as the person I am and don't see the wheelchair at all. It's said that we are a generation that likes to do things our own way. And I think changing attitudes about kids like me would be a great place to start. There are organizations out there that help me feel like I am a normal kid. I've actually been skiing at Alyeska. Challenge Alaska has 6 skis for people in wheelchairs to use. I probably could have beaten quite a few of you down the mountain. I know it was one of the coolest things I have ever done. I play wheelchair soccer with Play Sports every week. Kids that don't have a disability can play with us. The only requirement is that you have to use a wheelchair. Sometimes the kids without disabilities have more fun than the rest of us. The Muscular Dystrophy Association also has a camp every year that we can go to. It's a week full of fun things to do like swimming, boating, and games. My favorite day is when all the Harley-Davidson people come on their motorcycles and give us rides in their sidecars. There's also a group of people that bring old cars and limos for us to ride in. Camp is something that most kids get to do, and it's fun that we can as well. Life in general for me has been full of doctor's visits and constant changes. The Muscular Dystrophy Association holds clinics all year long, so people with muscular dystrophy can see a lot of doctors all at once. There is no cure yet. The doctors try to make life easier. I had heel cord surgery on both legs when I was in 6th grade, so my feet wouldn't bend down all the time. Other doctors monitor our respiratory function, show parents with kids like me physical therapy exercises that will help us, and keep up with the changes that have occurred each year. The past year saw a lot of changes for me. I recently had a feeding tube put in because I had lost so much weight, had 2 kidney surgeries to get rid of kidney stones, and also had a tracheostomy so I could go on a ventilator to help with my breathing. This also meant that I now need a full-time nurse at school as well. I'll probably have scoliosis surgery in the near future to help straighten the curve in my back and make it so I can stay comfortable in my wheelchair for longer periods of time. I spent 18 days in the hospital, so it's been quite a long winter for me, but almost all of us with Duchenne muscular dystrophy eventually end up on a ventilator, so I knew it was coming. The surgeries help to extend our lives, so it's worth it in the long run. The longer we live, the more hope there is that a cure will be found for this disease. I am thankful that the Muscular Dystrophy Association never gives up. I have big plans for my future, plans that include college and a career in advertising. So don't count me out just yet. Accept me for who I am, because someday I might be working right alongside you